Great. So I think the last thing I'd like to go into is more on a personal basis, and just confirm you're definitely happy to go into this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Because I think I know the internet, and a lot of people will kind of try to use your past as a way to kind of discredit your work. So would you like to just kind of go over 2012, what happened?
Yeah, I was in a really terrible marriage with. I had a midlife crisis. Married a woman 17 years younger than me, and it came with all that was involved. I had retired from medicine as taking a drug called interferon and this is makes you really angry and irritable. And uh, stepdaughter had thrown up on herself, and in a fit of rage, I just took her and just put her in the tub of water. Just like, I'm going to just wash you off. I'm going to get that vomit off. And she was terrified. I don't think the fact that I was taking interferon made it any better experience for her. I certainly deserved to be punished for it. Went to prison for 2 years. Great experience, by the way. Big part of my spiritual. Taught people to remove view, taught fellow prisoners to meditate. That's a whole different story. But yeah, it was a crime, and I did it. Well, I just want to say one thing since you mentioned dinner. So, alrighty, okay, so that's what happened. So this somehow got turned into that I was waterboarding her, and it was like crazy. I mean, you could argue that it's very difficult for me to get a fair trial. Luckily, I had a great jury who got it right. But I was then charged with 4 counts of waterboarding. And those, convicted me of misdemeanor, being with her while I was washing her hair. But certainly, I wasn't convicted of torturing her. And so, unfortunately, a lot of that, went crazy. And then, the way the world is, it's not like somebody comes afterwards and cleans up and says, "Oh, by the way, he didn't actually waterboard her. Oops, our bad." He really just got angry because she threw up on herself and behaved in a totally, and one act of violence can undo a lifetime of good work. So one act of anger could do that. So, that's, people have to assess that for themselves. I haven't personally, had, I'm still invited to lectures. When I got out, I was afraid that I'd be ostracized. And I was welcomed back to the various research, and research partners, et cetera. My family, they completely understood. My brother wrote to me every day when I was in prison. And I learned so much. Darren, I learned that I have 8 friends, and they weren't even who I thought they were. And I bet, I can just tell you, you don't know who your friends are. I don't think anybody has until that. So that's great. I mean, I learned that I had 8 friends. And, my trial was about the whole waterboarding and all that kind of stuff. But I never denied what I did, that I was convicted of. And, I've made restitution. And I have a good relationship with my stepdaughter now. Really touched that, she lets me hold my grandchild. And, and lets me be the grandchild since not really my biological child. And, so I've done that work. And, that's important work to do. I mean, you can't just glibly say, "Oh, I'm learning lessons in love." You have to actually learn them.
Mm. And it shows in the actions more than the words.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much. I told you how remote viewing taught me that, that near-death experiences, or at least that aspect of it, are real. This statement that we're here on earth to learn lessons of love, I absolutely believe it. My own life totally shows that.